Hey guys, I'm Prodigy from Airsoft Team Kilo23. Today I'm going to be reviewing the TSD SD702. Got this from Crazyncman for the nationwide review project, and I'm really excited to review this gun. It looks awesome, feels awesome, and it performs pretty well for what you're paying for it. Now to start off with, you can get this gun at mil-spec Airsoft for $180. And you can also follow it around the country with other reviewers at skirmishreport.com. Now, thanks Crazyncman for sending this to me. Let's get right to it. Now, the box itself, yeah, it's styrofoam. It comes with a manual, it's pretty nice. The manual overall has pretty good English. It's easy to really tell what's going on. It's not too hard to adjust the settings on your gun, assemble it when you get it, and adjust the hop up and things like that. So it serves its purpose in that sense. Now, this gun really comes with everything you need except a scope and scope rings. It does come with a cleaning rod. Oddly enough, it does not have any ends to it. It's just a simple piece of strong, long plastic tube. Two 30-round magazines. This is all you need. Out there being a sniper, one shot, one kill. You just want that one shot, pick a guy off. You're not going to need any extra ammo. The two mags it comes with hold about 25-30 rounds apiece, somewhere between there. The JG Bar 10 mags I have hold 26 rounds, and they are identical to them, so you can imagine it probably holds around there somewhere. A pretty cheap Chinese sling, not the greatest thing in the world. I really personally would not use this. If you're going to use a sling on your gun, you should probably get something a little nicer. A bipod, it's a little shorter, it's about 8 inches long or so, and it attaches to a 20mm Picatinny rail, which is on the bottom of the frame of this gun. Now, of course, the gun is going to come with some mounting screws, an extra spring, and a little Allen wrench so you can mount it on. Okay, now to the gun itself. The gun is going to come in two main pieces. The barrel and trigger group and the rail, everything. And the body of the gun and the stock and all this. Now, the gun is a 100% Marui clone, so you can install Tokyo Marui parts in here, PDI, Laylax, all you want. They're all completely compatible. Personally, I think the performance of this gun is pretty good stock. You're getting a really good deal from milspecairsoft.com for $180. Now we can go ahead and assemble the gun. Now, out of the package, all you're going to need is the Allen key screw it comes with, the two screws, the one long and the one short, the barrel assembly, and the stock receiver. Now, something really nice I did notice about the front of the stock and the whole body of it is that the mag catch is actually screwed into place. Unlike Marui and JG, it actually will sit there and it won't go flying out and you'll have to find pieces. It sits there very nicely and it's not going to go anywhere. Real big plus for me. Now, like I said, the gun comes with two screws and an Allen key. Two screws are one short and one long. When you're inserting them into the body, the short one goes in the front and the long one goes in the back toward the stock. Now, putting the gun together actually is pretty easy. Go ahead and install your barrel in there. Just roll it into place. Make sure it all clicks in nicely like that. Now, the long screw is going to go in the back slot here, and the short screw in the front, right into the little RIS back hole there. Now this is the TSD SD702. Let's take a closer look to it now and check it out. Now, as always, I'll start with the stock of the rifle and move forward. On the back we have a nice rubber butt pad, it does the job. It's pretty comfortable against your shoulder and it's pretty soft. It really does help quite a bit. Inside the stock we have a pretty hollow compartment. You can fit spare mags, ammo in there, whatever you want. Just in front of the rubber butt plate, you have a rear sling mount. You can fit a sling on there. It's pretty sturdy. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. However, it is a little jiggly, so if you're running around on the field with this thing, you might hear it from a pretty good distance away. The grip, the trigger, the bolt, it's all the same. It's just about any regular old Remington 700. This is based on a Remington 700 model. Now, TSD doesn't call it a Remington 700 because probably they couldn't get the licensing. But it's still a pretty nice, comfortable feel. I really personally love how you can put your hand just so naturally on the R700 series, the TSD SD702, and really get a feel for it fast. Now, as you can see, the safety is just right here. The back position is on safe, and the forward position is on fire. Now, thankfully, the gun did come with a 20mm Picatinny rail mount with mounting screws. Not every gun comes with those, so that's kind of a bonus. Now, above that is an NC Star 3-9x40 rubber armored scope with scope rings. That did not come with a gun, so if you're buying this, don't expect to get it. Now, fitting the magazines in the gun is surprisingly a little difficult. It is a pretty tight fit. Now, you have to really press it in the front. It does not lock in the back. It kind of wiggles around a little bit. Now, removing it is a different matter. You press the button. Sometimes it's a little stuck in there. Other times it just falls right out, so it's kind of a crapshoot there. Now, the gun does come with a bipod, and I noticed because a person had this previous to me in the review project, it was a little beaten up. I was able to fold both legs of the bipod without pressing the little buttons down to do it. So that was kind of disappointing that the bipod isn't the greatest quality. But still, it serves its purpose. It is a bipod and it will support your gun. Now, thankfully, the gun does come with a bipod mount on the front, which is where the sling loop is. You can remove the sling loop and put a hairstyle bipod on there if you want, which is pretty nice. I'm not exactly a fan of these style bipods that come with the gun. They're a little cheaper, and they're like an airsoft style bipod. They're not really real. So I personally would replace the bipod here with a hairstyle. I think it would look a lot nicer, just a little more streamlined overall. Now, overall, the gun has a pretty long barrel. I didn't exactly measure it, but it's longer than the normal JG Bar 10 or Tokyo Marui VSR 10 barrel. Those are 430 mil. I'd guess this thing is somewhere around 500 to 550 mil, but I'm not quite sure. Now, something I personally really love about this gun is the flash hider lug here on the end. It does have a pretty nice orange tip, a lot nicer than the cheap plastic ones that come with a lot of guns. The whole thing is metal, which is an additional plus to the gun. I do have it covered up with electrical tape right now, so that kind of gives it a lower profile. If you're on the field, you got a big orange tip sticking out and you're a sniper, that's not really a good thing. Now, it says detachable, it does have a thread under it, you can put a suppressor on here, whatever you want to do, but I personally would leave this. It's pretty cool looking to me. Now, internally, this gun already has an upgrade kit in it. It's using about an M150-ish spring, an aluminum bearing spring guide with bearings, which is pretty cool, and an aluminum piston. So the gun is a bit louder, but you're getting a better air seal, better performance, better range, and better FPS because of this. That's why it's a little more expensive than most other stock snipers. Okay, Crazyncman chronoed this gun at 530 feet per second with .2s. Since I'm going to only be using .3s in the upcoming range test, I'm going to chrono with .3s. So let's get to it. Alright, that last one was a little low, but generally this gun is shooting between 490 to 500 feet per second with .3s. Now, we at Airsoft Team Kilo23 like to do more practical tests. We're going to be shooting my teammate Camo, who's currently 100 feet away in that direction, with some .3 gram rounds. Now, we're going to be shooting him at 100, 200, and 250 feet. Let's get to it. Alright, we're starting at 100 feet. Now, every shot was a hit. That is excellent. 100 feet, you're never going to miss with this gun. Alright, Camo's backed off to 200 feet now. We're still using .3s. The gun is still shooting a pretty hot FPS even with .3s. Now, the wind is picking up just a bit, so that could affect our results a little bit, but I don't think so. This gun can cut through wind pretty well. 200 feet. every shot hit at 200 feet with .3s. That is incredible for a stock sniper rifle. Now we're going to back off to 250 feet, the final range that we're going to be shooting at today. Alright, the final test at 250 feet. Still using .3 gram rounds. Alright, only about half of those hit, but 250 feet, that's still excellent for a stock sniper rifle. Now overall, after playing with this thing for a little while now, getting a feel for its accuracy, the whole weapon, really, you cannot buy a better sniper for $180. It's excellent. Honestly, if you can hit a human-sized target at 250 feet with a stock sniper for such a low cost as this, $180, go for it. Excellent, excellent gun. I cannot get over that. Now, just a couple gripes I had. I'm not a fan of the fake wood. It's not the greatest. Personally, I would go with a black finish or an OD finish, something with texture. That's just how I roll, but that's just me. You guys may like fake wood, that's fine. Another thing I did notice, at 250 feet, it was curving a little bit to the left or the right. So you might want to use a heavier gram round, like a 3.6, something like that. It might just be because it was using .3s, but I only did this with .3s, so it could be just that. Either way, it was curving a little bit left, a little bit right. So that could mean the difference between a hit and a miss when you're playing. 200 feet, 100 feet, dead on every shot. Perfect rifle. Now, all you need is a scope once you buy this gun. This scope was only $55. Scope rings are about another 10. After that, you're set. You got 2 mags, you just got to get ammo. You're ready to go. You got a bipod, you got an excellent, excellent working gun that's going to be able to hit targets pretty consistently at 200 plus feet. Now you can follow this gun around at skirmishreport.com. It's going to go around the country. Other reviewers are going to check it out. They're going to skirmish with it. They're going to snipe with it. They're going to do all kinds of stuff with it. And it's going to be pretty cool. Now once again, you can get this gun at Mil-Spec Airsoft for $180. Thanks Crazyncman for letting me try out this gun. Really happy with it. Can recommend it to really any sniper out there. Honestly, you can't beat the price and the quality in all-in-one. Excellent gun right here. I'm Prodigy from Airsoft Team Kilo23. Signing off.